Hi Aries, welcome to your mid-March general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aries. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear these messages. Hi Cross Watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in an Aries. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Aries and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you may feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you who are with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that time, I just want you to open up your energy, to ask the questions you have in regards to your love life, like what is going on, what's happening, what do I need to be aware of, know about, stuff like that, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Aries. Okay, Aries, I just really quickly want to point this out. My goodness. I saw a cheetah very clearly, like looking at me, like waiting to go for it. And we all know cheetahs are fast as hell, right? So when I saw that cheetah, it also like activated like very strong sacral and solar plexus energy that was kind of bouncing off each other in that. So there's some sort of like initiative towards you, or that you have initiative towards someone. And the cheetah is just like waiting for the green light. Like they don't want to move too fast because they know when they move, it's not going to stop easily. It's not something that they could easily turn back or turn off. So it's just like they're waiting. You know, I don't know, but with an intensity, with the hunger. Someone could be wearing cheetah print, likes cheetah print. That could also be a confirmation for someone out there. And I'm seeing the letter J as in Jasmine or James. First, middle, last initial could mean something to someone here, but whew, I want to know what this is about. Let's see. I'm very curious about this, Aries. And again, it could just be small confirmations for some of you out there. But we'll check out the cards right now and see what's going on here. So for this reading, I am tuning into an energy in around your psychic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment, whether you are single or taken, whether you're currently in a connection with this energy or in separation with this energy. Let's see who's coming through, why, and what does this mean for you guys at this time as we head into April. This has been, I swear, the card of the series. Literally, Aquarius just had this, and I believe Libra and Capricorn had this as well. So if you're dealing with any of those signs, or if you have those signs strongly in your chart, I suggest checking out those messages as well to see if there's, anything for you there. But yeah, talk about attraction. And I feel it's very like focused attraction. It's very much like, this is the one I want. This is the one it's going to be. I'm going for it. I'm hopeful in this. I'm determined in this. Very, very much like, this is the one I want. I'm going to go after. And it could, again, with the solar plexus and chakra activations I was feeling in a mini meditation, it could mean, a little bit stronger on the sexual side currently, because maybe they're just so sexually attracted to you. But I wonder if that could progress into something more. it just feels like someone's on the hunt. And I just saw an arrow tattoo. I don't know. It's not for everyone, obviously, but an arrow. Maybe someone's dealing with a Sagittarius. But it's kind of like someone's locked in, focused, and wanting to kind of, before they go for it, make sure that this is something that they're instinctively feeling is accurate here. But the attraction, whew, they definitely are very strongly attracted to you, Aries. They always send like flirty, sexual text messages to let you know. Okay, then we have the warrior, number 2. Yeah, the hunt, the pursuit, the warrior. Someone really does wear their heart, on their sleeve. And I think that this is not one that is, shying away from their intentions, shying away from their feelings. They're very upfront and forward. They mean what they say and they do what they mean, is kind of what I'm getting from this as well. And so I feel like with all that being said, there's someone that is wanting to kind of fight for this. It feels also similar to Leo's reading, and that may mean something to you guys as well. A lot of, I don't know, Aries, you may have a lot of eyes on you with all these signs coming in. But yeah, I think with this warrior here, someone's locked and loaded, ready to kind of set forth and either, asking you out on the first date, or asking if you want to stay the night, or asking if you want to be in a partnership. I think that's all in the works for you at this time as we head into Aries season. Love that. Someone could also have been a veteran or works in the military. Tell me more about this energy for Aries. So number 28, have the courage to be free. And it says, know that freedom begins where desire ends. Interesting message. I wonder for some of you if you've been like kind of feeling the attraction as well, but didn't want to be the only one that like, I feel in the past you always were the first to go for it, and you kind of wanted to see if this time around if they would be the ones willing to step forward and step up. So I think you've been kind of letting the options be open, and you've been sending them the signals that the options are open, but you wanted to see what they would do with it. It was a smart move. I gotta say, I think it was a good move to kind of just like throw it out there and see if they'll pick up the ball and dribble with it, if they'll shoot their shot or not know what to do and choke, right? Like, I think that with this, they're building up the courage to kind of be more free and going forward with this with you, Aries. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know, maybe they came off too strong in the past. Maybe people have considered them to be too cocky or whatever. They didn't feel like it was right before up until this point to just go all in until they had some sort of confirmation from you. But maybe they're realizing that your silence is confirmation. Your silence is a test maybe, or just kind of seeing what they'll be doing with it. Okay. Someone could wear rose gold jewelry. Or someone may have had like rose gold hair in the past when meeting this person. I'm seeing very clear rose gold. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull some of the tarot. And with the tarot, I'm going to ask how they feel about you right now. What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Aries? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? They find it interesting that they never know what's on your mind or what you mean. I don't know. They kind of overthink it maybe perhaps, or just find it hard to figure you out, but that's exciting to them. It really is. They like the pursuit. They like the hunt. They like the chase with you, Aries. It turns them on. We also have 2 4s here. Your birthday could be April 4th, April 14th, or March 24th. Yeah. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Pentacles. This is the tease. And again, I'm not calling you a tease, but I think there's just, again, like some things that you were trying to kind of show that like, here's the interest. This is what I'm thinking about. Can you figure it out? I don't know, maybe, again, I think this is either a new strategy or a strategy you've always had of never trying too hard, of wanting to see if there's reciprocation instead of being the only one going all in for it to not be reciprocated like that. Like, I think from the get-go, Aries, you are very strong with your wants, your boundaries, your expectations. And I think it's like something you're not really, really willing to compromise. So you kind of put a very strong front up at first. And then it's, you know, the person to kind of say, all right, what do I do with this? Like, I know that I can't use my normal ways of maybe going after someone, especially with the Empress here. If they're very, very good looking, they may have always had, you know, people throwing themselves at them automatically, you know, opening up to them or getting them kind of what they want pretty quickly. But you're more of a challenge here. And so it's kind of like this whole time they've been figuring out what works, what doesn't work. And I think you've been kind of, through your energy or communication, have been kind of saying, yeah, that's what I vibe with, that's what I don't vibe with. And they've been kind of like testing the waters with you, Aries. But again, it's something they find exciting. It's something that they find intriguing. So they definitely feel now that they're kind of closer to figuring this out, although there's still some more things to work through here. Let's get into it. So how they feel about this, or feel about this energy towards you, is the Death card, Scorpio energy. Now, when I saw this land at the table, what I automatically felt was like an end to some sort of indecision, not knowing, struggle of trying to figure it out, maybe feeling like going for the kill soon. And what I mean by that, obviously, is like finally then just kind of putting it out there, making it known. Do a strategy or a thing that clearly, without just like the subliminal flirting, the, you know, back and forth type of thing. Just, all right, let's just cut to the chase. Let's get to the business. You know, I want you. What do you want with it? And so to kind of have that whole guessing game or that whole strategy of what to do with this thing end and make it very, very clear between the two of you. That's how it feels ultimately here from a lot of you. If there's any other way this death could possibly be, I think it's even kind of putting an end to like other attention that may be on them. You know, maybe telling people, hey, look, I'm kind of interested in someone else. For you, Aries, I could definitely see that as well. Cutting out distractions or other, you know, things that could distract them from moving in towards you. They love your hair. They love your hair. I don't know, maybe it's the way you do it is sexy. The way it is kind of like you style it is sexy. They always thought your hair was pretty amazing. What they think about you is the King of Cups. Yeah. So Scorpio energy again. So they're thinking of how, you know, at the same time, like of having this strong desire and this strong passion, this strong will, how to soften it up a bit to show their genuine intentions is not just for, you know, a sexual interest, let's just say, or not just to get their way and then be done with it. They have some genuine, honest thoughts around this situation with you, Aries, where they want to show that they could take care of you, that they could please you, that they can nurture you, that they could, you know, give their heart to you in a way. It feels like that's a side of them that's not really shown often, but they're kind of starting to be a little bit more open about it, or thinking at least about being more open about that sensitive, more soft side to them towards you, Aries. And so they kind of want to figure out how they could best deliver that, what words they could best say to kind of convey the thoughts to you accurately. That it's not just like the pursuit, it's not just the hunt, but I do develop and have feelings for you. Have they made you breakfast before? I don't know. I'm seeing someone like making breakfast in the morning, and it was like a kind of a cute way to show that someone, you know, has the extra initiative of showing that they care. What they like the most about you is the Four of Swords. Libra energy. Some of you can have Libra rising or Libra moon. But yeah, you are definitely a mystery to them. but in a good way. Like I think in some parts of whatever's placements in your chart, it's like you kind of leave things a little open-ended. You definitely don't mind being someone that could be on your own. You have probably, before this connection, may have been someone that has been single for quite some time. And again, I'm not saying you guys are in a committed relationship, but maybe even so, like had not had any serious options up until this point. So maybe some of you guys were kind of used to being independent and used to, finding yourself more and being more comfortable with yourself, to kind of pull away from things that aren't vibing with you, or to kind of keep your distance in a way that leaves a little bit more for them to put the effort in to figure out. It's like your mind is like a Rubik's Cube. And they're like, they wonder if, when you say something, what could that really mean? And I think with this Four of Swords too, you are someone that you don't brag too much. You don't flex too much. I don't think you feel the need for that. You let your action speak for itself. And that's something they find kind of attractive as well, especially if they are good looking and they always have people say things to them that, seems a little fake or seems a little bit in the moment just to get what they want. But you're not that way. You will only say what is on your mind if you truly feel it. They like that about you. But what they don't like about you is the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy. As well, it's a double-edged sword for them. I think it's like, as much as they do like kind of the mystery, there are some things where it's like, okay, but wait, what did they mean by that? And then they start analyzing it throughout the night, analyzing your text messages, wondering like, was that a good, like a thumbs up? Was that a go? What does it mean here? And you remain on their mind quite a bit because of all the things that maybe they're just not used to in pursuing in someone, especially if they get things very easily, or if it's just kind of more so of like they've tried to kind of do one strategy, maybe it didn't work so well, so they tried something else. And again, it's just you have been, and how they can pursue you and how they can have this chance with you has been on the front of their mind so much. It's kind of, I wouldn't say consume them per se, but has definitely taken a lot of time out of their day. I even think like their family members or friends notice that they talk about you a lot, talk about the situation, like, oh, what do you think they meant by this when they said blah, blah, blah? Like it's definitely something that they see is consuming their time and energy quite a bit. But like I said, they like the competition. They like, to go for things when it's the right time. So maybe they've been just realizing, maybe I've been thinking too much and not acting enough. And maybe that's what Aries is looking for. Are they right? What they like the most about this connection is the Four of Wands. Sorry, I have to censor these for YouTube community guidelines, but Aries energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Aries or someone with strong Aries in their chart. I mean, they think you guys have a lot of fun together out of the dates you have been on the activities you've been on. Someone likes to keep active in their life. They don't like to, just have constant times of being at home. They kind of try to do something at least once a weekend that will put themselves out there, that will be like an activity, hanging out with friends, going to the movies, going to a concert. And it's a lot of fun to kind of be around someone like that who is so active in their lives and who makes initiative to kind of do something different every weekend, or at least try to kind of, get more out there. Is kind of how I feel. But with the Four of Wands, they have a lot of fun with you. You make them laugh. You make them smile. They kind of feel that this is something that, again, they would never get bored with you, Aries. That's definitely a thing. And they kind of just like the variability. They like the excitingness. They don't mind not knowing what's coming next. Although they kind of try to overanalyze it, I think in a way it provides them with an experience that is a little bit adventurous. And I think they're willing to go on that ride and on that journey, even if they don't know which way it's going to go, and left field kind of hits them hard. It keeps them on their toes, that's for sure. But what they don't like about this connection is the Hangman. Pisces energy. So sometimes I wonder, Aries, if they feel like you leave them hanging, quite literally. And what I mean by that is kind of like keep things open-ended or not respond in some type of way, never 100% clear on the initiative, clear. Again, it's something where it's still like, all right, did I do the right thing? Did I say the right thing? I'm getting no response, or I'm getting no 100% certainties. And again, you may not be coming off like that and try to come off like that. And maybe it's just their own mind that is kind of like trying to reason with things that maybe isn't clicking with them as quick as it should have. So again, I just want to say that for some that may be like, I'm pretty clear. I mean, maybe it's just the way they're receiving your information that is throwing them a little bit off again. But I think you have been the first to strike this attention within them. And you're also the first that's kind of, stumped them in a way. I'm hearing that song by Mariah Carey, who's a fellow Aries, that's like maybe it's not so much to this verbatim, but like finally found a girl that you couldn't impress. So it's not like I think you're not impressed by them per se, but it's like as far as getting what you want so easily, I think is something that they're not used to. And you're kind of putting them a little bit more through an effort, through a hunt, through a trial, let's just say. And it's something they're not used to. And so then maybe in that sense, that's what they may not like about the connections, that it's putting them in an uncomfortable position or zone. But again, there's something that keeps them a little bit alluring. It keeps them a little bit, not giving them the automatic flavor up front, makes them kind of curious of what the taste is. I don't know why it came out that way. It is Mercury retrograde, but y'all know what I'm getting, right? It makes them a lot more curious of how exactly it could go, or how exactly it could all turn out. I do see that someone is very, very tall here. And they may have been awkward about their height or felt a little uncomfortable with their height. But someone may find it very sexy. Highest hopes is the Empress. Taurus energy, Libra energy. They hope that all the attraction energy of everything you guys have been doing to spend time with each other is growing into something that could be prosperous, abundant for the both of you, where both of you see the potential, both of you see the growth, both of you see the possibility of creating something that could be, long-term, exciting. I don't know, just very sensual energy here. They're hoping they could seduce you. They're hoping that they could convince you. They're hoping that they could show you all that they could provide, that it would be an offer you would take up, Aries. They're really wanting to sell this. They're really wanting to do everything they can to convince you in this. And they're hoping that what they're doing is working. And that you feel some of their charm, some of the allure, some of the temptation. But deepest fears is the Ace of Swords. It was kind of interesting, even now that I think of it earlier, saying the double-edged sword, right? That although one part of it feels really good, the other part could be the thing that destroys the two of you. Again, like the lack of communication or clarity. But, ultimately what I feel is that they're afraid that if they were to come out with their true feelings, come out and just say bluntly what they want, that could be the ending point for the two of you. That could be a turnoff for you. And so maybe that's why, again, like there's a part of them that's been waiting for 100% confirmation for you, or a clear green sign with you. So if they were to bring up something about their interest or what they want, it wouldn't have the opportunity to not land well, and for you to be like, no, I'm good. They're afraid that if they put their truth out there, it would just get denied. I will say, for some of you, this person has a kink. A sexual kink. Again, it's general. It could be anything. Feet, tied up, role playing. They're afraid that maybe that kink of theirs would be a turnoff for you as well, if it should ever be made into a conversation or tried out. Doesn't feel anything scary, but definitely a little taboo, just a little bit. All right, Aries. To see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to end of the month, you need to be aware of, know about. Is there anything else I could tell you about this connection, about what's likely to happen and unfold? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome. Pull some more tarot oracle cards, just dive deeper into this of what they're likely to do. Is there's anything else I can tell you? So if you guys really felt this was your reading, I promise there'll be more clarity and answers for you in the extended. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box of this video and you will find the link to Patreon that will take you to extended reading. I also want to mention that I have started an exclusive Mermaid Scales Tarot membership on my Patreon, where you will have a great deal if you love my extended readings, love my love readings. You can have access to all the extended readings that I post with the subscription, and you can watch your moon, rising, Venus signs, cross watch to get a little bit more of that information, plus some exclusive content that will not be made available to YouTube, but only my Patreon members. And just for those of you that really love my channel and content, to have a stronger community with me, I created it for you guys at a great price. So if you'd like to check that out as well, I'll be leaving that in the description box for you guys to see. But if this is where you depart, Aries, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that this was something that gave you more clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to whatever's going on in your love life at this time. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.